Hello. This video is about how to become rich, saving or splurging. As Francis Bacon said, money is manure. If it is not scattered, it is of little use. Modern psychologists agree with this. The more you spend, the more you earn. But those who shudder over every penny are doomed to be content with little. If you get used to not denying yourself anything, then you thereby program yourself to maintain your income at the same level and increase it with increasing needs. That is why husbands of demanding girls usually make a lot of money. Their demands do not allow the man to relax, and it forces them to grow and climb up the career ladder. Some authors give advice that you need to control your expenses, write down your expenses every day, and set aside 10% of your earnings every month. And if you give up unnecessary spending and save every day, then in theory you will have an increase in financial health. So, in their opinion, a person can become a millionaire. But is it really so? Researchers have found that those who try to save according to the above scheme spend more money than those who do not use this scheme. So how can this be explained? The world is always able to give us what we want from it. And when a person tells himself that from next month he will limit his spending, it is obvious to us all that his income will increase, but it is not so. Not everything that is obvious is true. The universe interprets such information in its own way. It is understood to mean that you don't have enough money, and you can't earn more, and you can't provide for yourself. So you intend to save money. You suddenly have unforeseen expenses, you get robbed of your bonus at work, you get robbed by gangsters, and millions more different ways the universe will respond to your beliefs about money. This begs the question of the universe: what are you saving for? For a rainy day? Well, then you'll have a rainy day and far more than one. It's important to understand that saving for yourself will never make you a rich person. If you save, say, 100 euros a day, how long will it take to buy a house or a car? Probably it should take more than one of your earthly lives. When a person begins to save, he subconsciously lays down in himself the information that money is very little, not enough for everyone, they must be saved. And all intellectual potential is directed to thinking what is the best way to save money, what must be abandoned. This path cannot lead to wealth. Wouldn't it be better to think not about saving money, but about earning more? This is the right question to ask your subconscious mind. To think up and implement your projects, to open your own business, to raise your professional level, to find a better paying job, to ask your boss for a promotion, to find additional ways to earn money. There are a lot of options, but the main thing is your desire to see them. Generally, in order for you to get a pay raise, it is enough just to stop being afraid and to make a small step forward. Money is energy, and energy needs continuous movement. So you should not shake about money, save every euro. You do not need to deny yourself anything. Imagine that you have a certain amount of love. You are terribly afraid of losing it, and you are going to start saving it. You believe that if you give love to everyone, you will quickly run out of it. Now imagine that you are saving love on your loved ones, friends, acquaintances. It is likely that these people will simply turn away from you. It is the same with money. If you are sitting on a chest with gold, and you are afraid to open it so that not a single coin is missing, of course you will save this chest, and not a single coin will be missing, but also not a single coin will fly into it. So when you buy something, do it with gusto. You shouldn't hold on to money. You should always believe that there is enough money for you, and that soon there will be even more. And if you have lost a certain amount of money, never get upset about this. Time will pass, and you will get a decent compensation. Of course, people who follow this principle are indeed able to make a fortune, but there is no telling how much richer these people would have become if they had not made a cult of money. Money, in turn, should not be treated with indifference, because if you do, it is unlikely that they will want to come to you. The most ideal is to treat money calmly and neutrally, as one way to achieve your goals. It makes no difference to the universe to give you $1 or to give you $1 billion. It is abundant, and to it these concepts are equal. It is up to you to determine what you want to get. The best approach to life is to go your own way in life, to have sincere and worthy goals, then the money will appear in the right amount. The universe will take care of this, and how exactly it will do this, we should not care. In any case, you must make your own decision. If you have chosen the path of savings, then follow them. It may be the only way for you to become financially independent. You don't have to be afraid of life's changes, experiments, and new experiences. Only by doing something and gaining personal experience can you become a rich man. To become richer, you need to get out of the comfort zone and want more. Every one of us has once in our lives asked himself the question: how to become financially independent? So, let's start sorting things out. I'm not going to talk about specific monetary tools that can make us rich. That's not the point. Each of us chooses the tools that are interesting to him, that match the type of character or the scale of the tasks. When you start something new in your life, there is a lot of reflection, doubts about the correctness and importance of the decision you have made, about the willingness to accept the difficulties that will begin to appear when you begin to act. You consciously step out of your comfort zone, and who knows what lies ahead of you. 1. It seems to me that already by raising this question for yourself, the man goes to another level of knowledge of yourself. That is, if this question comes in your head, it means that you have already come to some new stage for yourself, on which you are probably ready to go up. Everything begins with a thought, with an idea, which settles in your head and begins to spin until you start to realize it, or, on the contrary, until you throw it out of your head. There's one quality you have to have in order to win, and that's a certainty of purpose, knowing what you want, and a burning desire to achieve it. I like to read Napoleon Hill, who managed to explain in simple language that success begins with ourselves, and for this you do not need to be particularly intelligent and educated, or have a lot of money and a lot of connections. He talks about only one quality, which allows you to reach your goal, but how difficult to raise yourself or pull out, if it is somewhere deeply hidden in you. This one quality that can launch the mechanism of your ascent. 2. When there is a desire to become a successful person, which simultaneously becomes your goal, you begin to notice that your way of life, your habits and, most importantly, your environment are changing. At first, it frightens you because it is hard to reconstruct yourself, who seems to be an already formed person. There are many unnecessary arguments from people for whom your goal becomes absurd, petty, lowly, someone that's suddenly settled in your head. People are, after all, very conservative. In my opinion, the stage of misunderstanding and disapproval on the part of the people around you, many of whom were your close friends and good acquaintances, should be passed quickly, according to the principle that he who is not with us is against us. Everyone chooses their own path. Time, the only luxury, whose value only increases with time, and, therefore, it is worth spending it on what really matters to you. 3. The new stage that you are trying to reach requires a lot of emotional, mental and physical effort, at least at the initial stage. You suddenly realize that you don't have enough knowledge or even elementary information to build on, and you don't have the experience to analyze the information you've already received. You suddenly become an incomprehensible adult student, who needs a lot of detailed explanations of things that seem to be clear. And you have to go through this as well. Moreover, you must always feel like a student. You must never be ready to learn. 4. And you also need to believe in yourself, believe in your success, which means, calmly treat failures, or rather, perceive them as a positive experience, which helps not to make the same mistakes in the future, not to step on the same rake. As they say, sometimes from failure to success is separated by one step. Agree, upsetting to realize then, after analyzing the situation, that we were one step away from success. If you know that this is your way, then you need to go all the way. I like Churchill's words about success. Success is the ability to move from one failure to another without losing enthusiasm. I have not been defeated. I just found 10,000 ways that don't work. Thomas Edison. Our big flaw is that we are too quick to give up. The surest way to success is to keep trying one more time. Thomas Edison. Whatever the goal may be, it cannot be achieved until one has put aside fear and taken off. Richard Branson. To have something in life that you have never had, do something you have never done before. Coco Chanel. If you don't like the place you're in, change it. You're not a tree. Jim Rohn. To succeed, you have to separate yourself from 98% of the population. Donald Trump. I'm pushing, pushing and pushing again, what I want to accomplish. Donald Trump. A little something to think about Brian Tracy, a successful American businessman, author, professional speaker and consultant on leadership and psychology of success, named 5 reasons that prevent people from achieving financial independence. First of all, such a prospect simply does not occur to them. The average person comes out of a family where there is no one wealthy relatives, and, therefore, already at a subconscious level, he takes as a norm, and then repeats himself, the type of life, which was his environment. Nothing will change in a person's life until he makes a decision. People don't make a promise to themselves to get rich, they only intend, plan, and hope to get rich. Constant procrastination, maybe tomorrow. People always find a reason to procrastinate, postpone something important and switch to secondary tasks. People do not know how to give up momentary pleasures. Lack of temporal perspective. People want to get now, not later, even if in the long run, they will have more. People are not willing to sacrifice something in the short term for better results in the long term. I don't think this sounds like some kind of revelation to many people. Then why can't most people brag about their financial successes after all? David Bach, author of many books on financial security, Millionaire Automatically, Smart Women Become Rich, Smart Spouses Become Rich, has highlighted 6 basic ways to get rich these days to win it. To marry or marry well, get an inheritance, to win through a court, to file a lawsuit or a complaint. Save a lot of money, pay yourself first. He pointed out that only the 6th point will allow us to become financially independent. It is this golden rule that will lead us to financial security. What does it mean to pay yourself? It means that each month 10% to 20%, you can do more, of your total income you invest in some monetary instrument. To begin with, you create a so-called financial safety cushion in the form of a bank deposit, allowing you to feel more confident in case of unstable living situations, and then you can start looking for projects for investment, i.e. create assets that allow in the future to receive passive income from invested funds. But given the main argument of people that money is not enough even for living, financial security is not a threat to many. To make a living, you have to work. But to get rich, you have to come up with something else. Alphonse Carr: money is like manure, if it is not scattered, it is of little use. Francis Bacon. Save and invest the money you save. And from the proceeds, save and invest again. Warren Buffett. The more you earn, the more you spend. This is why money doesn't make you richer. It's the activities that make you richer. Robert Kiyosaki.